It has been made official, man. WWE and Mattel have unveiled and finally revealed the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for 2025. And we pretty much knew about this for a while now. I want to say a little over 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now. It was leaked out a little bit ago and we covered it on the channel. It is going to be the John Cena Ultimate Edition figure that we all figured it was going to be. We're going to be diving into all the information today, talk about the price point, talk about the figure itself, and just kind of go into it and everything like that. But it is crazy that that was revealed and it was kind of leaked on eBay of all places. It was a random listing and everybody kind of put the context clues together and figured out that it was going to be the Comic-Con exclusive, but now it has been officially revealed, and you can see by the images, beautiful looking images. We'll go all through that. There's one image of him wearing the championship, or he's got the t-shirt on, the Champ is Here shirt, but then he has the 2013 version of the championship over his shoulder. Makes no sense. It kind of hurt my John Cena fandom a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. Or just my John Cena fandom heart right there. I was like, oh my God, that looks awful. Not awful, but you know what I mean. It was just completely weird that you would put that championship with that figure there when the t-shirt literally has the right title on there. Just, I don't know. I guess it was just a mishap there. But scrolling through the images, you can see what we have here. And I've went in on this and I want to get into it. I think that this is a bit of a controversial Comic-Con exclusive, and we're going to go through that as well. I think that, I guess we can kind of start off with that, or maybe we can end with that. I feel like you're either on one side of this or the other. And oh my God, as I'm legitimately filming this, as of 15 minutes ago, they did a video with it, and it looks insane. So I'll plug that video into this video so you can see exactly what we have here. But I think this is a controversial pick. I feel like you either absolutely love this release or you do not like this release whatsoever. I put it up on my Instagram story and was asking you guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, you need to go follow me on Instagram, because I put up polls and all kinds of exclusive stuff that you not always will find here on my YouTube channel or my TikTok page. That's why it's important to follow me on all three, because usually I post different content across all of them. Sometimes there's some overlap, but I do like to post things on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok that maybe you don't find on my other pages, so that is important to follow me over there, but I greatly appreciate that. But I put up a poll, and on the poll I said, is this a W or an L release? Is this a great release, a good release, or a release that you don't like very much, pretty much is what the poll was saying. And so far a majority of people are saying that it's a win, but I feel like the people that voted loss do not like this figure at all. They don't see it as either Comic-Con worthy, or they were expecting some sort of pop culture reference, or they are just not a fan of John Cena. I can see if you're not a John Cena fan, you're probably over the John Cena, last time is now deal. We're getting a ton of John Cena figures this year, and it just kind of happens that he's my favorite wrestler, and I think that we have seen, we've seen a great number of John Cena figures over the years, but this year they have, because it is his retirement tour, they are going above and beyond, putting out a ton of John Cena action figures. We're getting a lot of elites, we're getting ultimates, we're getting exclusives. There is a lot to be excited about if you're a John Cena fan, but I can see why you may be annoyed by that if you're not a John Cena fan. I can see where you may find it to be a bit over the top. Maybe it's a little much, etc. And I mean, even last year, we saw this kind of cancel itself out. If you go back to last year with the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ultimate Edition figure, I was a fan of that figure as well. I got on here and talked about it. I understood, again, why people are upset that it's not a pop culture reference or some sort of crossover between, the mainstream pop culture and WWE and wrestling or whatever, because a lot of people feel that way because there was a trend for a while where we were getting those similar exclusives, right? If you go back, we had the Shockmaster, saw that elite figure back in the day, and I know before that we did have the Taker, and there were some other exclusives that may not fit that bill, but you get into the Rippin' Zeus 2-pack, you get into the Slim Jim Macho Man, you get into the Muhammad Ali 2-in-1 referee boxer figure, you had the G.I. Joe Sarge Ultimate Edition Coliseum Collection style figure. So I can understand where people in their brains, they are thinking, okay, we're probably going to get a pop culture reference. We're going to get something that is outside the norm with wrestling. And I didn't even mention the Mr. T exclusive that we saw as well. So you could see the trend that they were on, but then last year, again, they did change that. They did not go with the traditional way of doing things with their Comic-Con exclusives. And the reason that they did those things was because it was Comic-Con, I'm pretty sure, right? You want to try to capture those casual collectors, or maybe those that don't collect WWE all the way, And so you do something that is not as mainstream wrestling or not as just, you have to be a wrestling fan to like this. And I think that's kind of the avenue that they were taking on purpose to try and capture more of that casual collector at Comic-Con to pick one up or to sell one to those. But again, last year they did change that. And now this year, they're staying on that track this year. And they're doing John Cena here in the Champ is Here gear. And I can see where people, again, would probably find that annoying, or they were looking forward to a unique release or something like that. But I've talked about this before. These exclusive figures, there's a very thin line. We've talked about it before, and you may already know what I'm about to say, but there's a thin line that you have to ride, because on one hand, you want it to be accessible and you want it to be a figure that people want, but at the same time, you want it to be a figure that is unique enough that not everybody wants it. That's what makes these kind of Comic-Con or these exclusive figures very, very interesting, because again, if you make it something that's super sought after, it's, oh my god, why would you make that Comic-Con exclusive? You know how hard that's going to be to get? But then if you make it like this John Cena, oh my god, that's not special. Why would you make it a Comic-Con exclusive? That's not even unique enough. You see what I'm saying? So you have to kind of ride that fence right there and figure out what can kind of work as both, if that makes sense. And I don't know what their quantities are and all those different things. That's a whole different subject. But I think this is the perfect exclusive because of those reasons. And I'll explain that a little bit here. There's already a ton of John Cenas coming out this year. If you're a John Cena fan, you're going to want this. It comes with a bunch of belts. You may want it because of that. This is a gear that they've never done before, to a certain extent. They've never done the shirt before. This is also one of my all-time favorite John Cena gear, so of course I'm going to like it. They could have done any John Cena ever, and I probably would have liked it, right? I'm a big John Cena guy. I have over 100 plus elites, ultimates of John Cena, all these different gears. Probably the most extensive and crazy John Cena figure collection you've possibly ever seen, and so, of course, I'm going to like it. I mean, that makes sense, right? So I understand. It makes sense why I would like it, but again, I can jump over the fence and say, yeah, I mean, I could see where it'd probably be annoying, but last year I did like the Shawn Michaels as well. But this is a gear we've never seen. It's from 2005. It's right before he left for Raw in the summer of 2005 in the draft lottery, which we have in Defining Moments figure. It's right around that time. He was still feuding with JBL. He had the brutal I Quit match, the bloody I Quit match. This is pretty much that exact look pre-match when he came out to the ring. So that is what you're getting here with this figure, which I love. I think that's fantastic. Again, I mean, how sick would it have been if it was the bloody variant? I bet people would like it more then, but they're not going to be doing that. Even though we do got the Defining Moments Austin that's kind of trying to change things there, ringside exclusive Defining Moments Austin, which is going to be cool. Hopefully we can get some more bloody figures in there through that outlet, but I like this figure. I think it's sweet. I know that it's kind of a, I mean, you're pretty much taking a base Ultimate Cena, giving it armbands we've already seen, giving it jorts we've already seen. They repainted the shoes slightly, giving it a hat we've already seen, giving it a lot of pieces we've already seen, but they have changed some things. If you look at the championships on this deal, they are giving it John Cena side plates. They put the name plate of John Cena on some of these, not all of them, which is kind of weird. The WWE spinner, but you are getting the 2013 version of the championship with the You Can't See Me side plates. You're getting some cool things there, and the figure does look really damn cool. I am excited for this figure, but again, I'm the exact customer that this was made for, so that is why it is up my alley. But I mean, I'm still in for it. This is going to be available to you July 24th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's going to be $50, which is around, I mean, that's pretty on par for the most part. I mean, when you consider everything, I know that most Mattel Creations exclusive Ultimate Editions are around the $45 mark. You look at the Straight Edge Society CM Punk that we're about to get, you look at the Logan Paul from the past, you look at the Cody Rhodes from the past, those figures did go for $45. This one is $5 up, so I'm guessing that maybe that's a price increase due to the tariff situation. I'm not entirely sure. I imagine it probably has something to do with it. You know, a typical Ultimate Edition ranges from $32 to $34.99. depending on where you're getting it, where you live, etc. But usually the Ultimate Edition's exclusives are around $45 because it is an exclusive, all those different things, and now they've bumped that up a little bit more. But I can report, I mean, you're getting more championships. You do get a pretty decent amount of head sculpts. You get the Chain Gang chain, the shirt. I mean, it meets the Ultimate Edition requirements as far as accessories. The only thing I really don't like about this figure that I'll get into is the head sculpts. And I touched on this before. I think the head sculpts are the exact same that we have seen for so long for John Cena. I would love, just absolutely love to see some new head sculpts for John Cena because we've gotten the same ones over and over and over and over, and I don't feel like any of these really fit 2005. I would love to see some brand new young head sculpts. I'm already thinking of some different fix-ups we can make, and I even touched on this yesterday because this figure was featured in our video yesterday. I talked about 5 of the upcoming WWE figures that I'm most excited about this year. This was on the list, so now we have another update. We have better images. If you guys missed our video from yesterday, we posted it kind of later. You can go over there and check that video out because we touched on this figure again there. But I think, today it was officially confirmed this is going to be the 2025 Ultimate Edition San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for the event, and I do believe this one, unlike last year, this one's actually going to be in hand at Comic-Con. I think you're actually going to be able to purchase this. Shawn Michaels, not available beforehand. You really, I don't even think I reviewed that figure before we went to the event. It wasn't even at the event, so there were some crazy things happening last year with the Shawn Michaels. This year, I don't think we're going to have those issues, so that is a good thing there, but this figure is going to be available to you, $50, July 24th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm excited for it. I'm definitely going to try my hand at getting, usually when I go to these events, I try to get my hands on one of these mint on card, so I'm definitely going to do that. I'll probably pre-order one as well. Because it is Cena, I'm definitely going to want to keep one of these mint in the box. We'll play around with it. I'll see. I mean, usually when I'm in person like that and maybe the line isn't long. When you go to these events, man, you usually have to get your name in a raffle to even get in line to get some of these things. So we'll see about that. I mean, if I have an opportunity to buy it in person, I'll absolutely do that because it's just another, it's kind of like the convenience of it. I'll probably go ahead and scoop another one just because it is John Cena and those things. So we'll play that by ear. We'll see, and I thought about doing a toy hunt at Comic-Con just to kind of see. There's not always a ton of figures available, and it's kind of weird there if you've ever been. But we'll see what goes of that. I may just do like a regular vlog walking around if you guys would enjoy something like that. But we'll see. Well, of course, we're going to be out there doing all the coverage and our normal San Diego Comic-Con stuff where we tour the booth and we talk about it. We'll interview Mattel. We're going to do all those traditional Comic-Con things. But, yeah, that's just some different stuff that I was thinking about. But the cat is officially out of the bag. The 2025 exclusive is going to be this John Cena, as we reported on before, and it has been confirmed. So, are you excited for it? Is it a W? Is it a loss? You can let me know those things down in the comment section below. But for me, Brad, I think it is a W. I have been waiting on this gear for a very long time. This has been on my wish list for Mattel for a very long time as far as John Cena is concerned. And this year they have knocked off a bunch. And I bet even at Comic-Con, they're probably going to have another Cena booth similar to WrestleMania where they're going to have all their different Cena figures on display at Comic-Con with the big Cena thing. They'll probably have some that we don't even know about, maybe Elite 120 Collector's Edition, Elite 121, probably some other exclusive, this exclusive. They usually have the exclusive in its own box, so they'll probably even do that. I don't know. We'll see, but I can't wait to see, everything out there at Comic-Con, man. But that's pretty much going to report on the news, man. Appreciate you guys coming by. If you guys missed our video from yesterday, we posted it late. Go check that out. I greatly appreciate it. But before we get out of here, I want to give a huge shout out to our Patreon members. Of course, thank you guys so very much for the support as always. You guys are unbelievable. I thank you so very much for everything. Appreciate you so very much as always. But that is going to do it for me, man. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.